Thank you for joining Goode Gotcha Entertainment. This is a special edition of Goode Gotcha Entertainment, and I hope you and I'll be glad that you can chime in today. I do have a guest speaker, co-host coming in. Cam's coming in pretty soon. He's coming in. I'm proving him now. And thank you again for joining Goode Gotcha Entertainment. And we're back for another edition. This is out of control, as you see the different. Cam, I still got the little bit. Oh my goodness. I still get a little bit of feedback from your mic. But we're fixing that. We're getting into it. I have a lot of stuff to talk about, different sports to talk about, and I'm glad you guys can be here because normally I'll be here on Sunday, 10:45. I'm hot every Sunday, and I'm on YouTube also. So if somebody's on Facebook and they want to catch Goode Gotcha Entertainment, be glad to share that YouTube video. Cam is getting his mic and stuff situated. But first up, we're going to be talking about recapping the game of last night. The Cowboys and Redskins. You know, I went with the Redskins last night. I was hot on the Redskins last night. And the podcast, we talked about the good things and the bad things. And last night, yesterday the game was it was different. This game right here overall was a very good game. Back and forth Redskins and Cowboys, not just one set team. So I can't just go and tell you one team was good. It was both sides of the ball because the Cowboys did make an attempt last night to come back. But we know what happened. Dak Prescott, meanwhile, 22 of 35 yards, 273 yard passing, one touchdown. And I think he possibly has a concussion. The Cowboys are not just telling us yet what's going on. Meanwhile, in Washington, you have Alex Smith was showing lights out. Adrian Peterson, my God, he was showing himself last night. 14 to 25. Alex Smith, 178 yards, one TD passing last night. Where Peterson had another solid game. He was not only had a little solid game, it was 24 carries, 99 yards. That was a solid game overall for a running back to keep the pressure off the quarterback. Not only that, can we talk a little bit about how the Cowboy fans are making a big deal about how the referees cheated them of a snap infraction. If you got your center sitting up there and he's moving the ball and he's not hiking it, then we do have a problem. That is a snap infraction. And last night it showed that's what was going on. I mean, the snap infraction happened, but it was the difference between. I still got a feedback. That's crazy. Say again. I got a little bit of feedback still. But definite, as we were saying earlier, that the Cowboys and Redskins game, that snap infraction did not make no bit of a difference. It was one of them things where it was a 45-yard field goal turned to a 50. I'm getting the feedback from you, Cam. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if he's still there. He might be paused a little bit. Might be some connection issues. We will get that fixed. But like I was saying, the snap infraction was a 45-yard field goal turned to a 52-yard field goal. I mean, he was going to miss that thing wide anyway. Believe it or not, Cowboy fans, he was going to miss it. Believe it or not. Overall, that game was good, and it was a good comeback. But sorry, Cowboy fans, you know how it is. That's a loss in my books, and I saw it, and I called it. So take that loss where you get it. Not even that. Can we just say the Cowboys hit a Tony Romo moment for one time in their career? We can say he hit a Tony Romo moment at all, people. But let me get on to the subject. Second subject, we would talk about the Bengals and the Chiefs game last night. We know the Bengals-Chiefs game was a blowout. I mean, the Bengals only had one touchdown in the field goal. Are you kidding me, guys? In the same sense, meanwhile, Green had seven catches for 117 yards. I mean, that's AJ Green. You should have better than that. But I mean, you're one guy, so let me back off of him a little bit. But meanwhile, in the other sense, the Chiefs had an average weekend. Can I just say their weekend was average? Saying that, I mean, 4 touchdowns from Patrick Mahomes, my man, is showing off every week. He showed off since 2017 when he started. That's the reason why Smith is gone. But in the same sense, 28 to 39 completions, 358 yards with 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's outrageous. Not even saying that Hunt had a great night. Hunt had a great night, saying 15 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. That's a solid run. Browns take another tough field goal loss. This game right here, another tough for the Browns. They lost 23-20. That's a tough loss. This is their third loss by a field goal. That's a tough loss, and that's pretty crucial. Now, one thing I am complaining about, and I'm feeling very disrespected about, is Marshawn Lynch is placed on IR for the Raiders. So we won't be seeing too much more of Marshawn Lynch coming from that area. And I can see that happen. Let's see. See if my boy can come back in pretty soon. But let's see. I still got a little bit of feedback. It's crazy. But we trying to get that connection straight. But like I was saying was that the Browns took another field goal loss. How many more can they do? I'm surprised the Browns even won two games so far. But let's say breaking news from the big world of football is that we have the Jags cut Jamal Charles, running back. We know what he's capable of doing. Not only that, he cut him. I don't know what reason. I'm still shocked on that. I'm still developing news on that as the game is about to unfold at 8:30. Jerry Jones is running from the cameras, guys. I'm telling you, he's running from the cameras, and he haven't even really – the team has been crappy. Cowboys have been crappy, and I can't wait to see next week if they take a loss or not. If they take one more loss, somebody's getting fired. Jerry Jones ain't going to be running from the cameras too long. He's going to make his point. Meanwhile, Ryan Tannehill just got updated by Sports World, and Ryan Tannehill is out for Thursday night's game. That's crucial. That's very crucial to the fact that they need him because you see now the Dolphins are kind of struggling. And that's pretty much that. But the Cowboys, I'm glad the Cowboys lost because you see the Cowboy fans would be in here if they didn't lose, and they've been telling me that, hey, you lost. And so now they can't come in here and brag and don't have no bragging rights on top of the Redskins. And the Redskins won that Super Bowl for that one. Not even nevertheless to say that. The Oakland Raiders. My God, the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders sit there and traded Amari Cooper to the Cowboys for a first-round draft pick. Are you stupid? The Raiders are stupid. They're lost, and I see why they're going to lose. They're going to lose for a couple years doing stuff like this. That's not a smart move at all. And guess what? It's not nobody else. It's the coach's fault for that. Oh, now we got you. I got you. Now we good. It's just it's going to be feedback regardless. I think it's just how it is. I gave people the breakdown, but I just want to talk about this a little bit. I gave them a breakdown so we wouldn't be sitting here just sitting and not saying nothing. I want to get the breakdown to them. But we recapped the Cowboys and Redskins game last night. And I'm telling you, I picked the Redskins, no doubt in my mind. It was a game. And until the Cowboy fans start to say that the snap infraction caused the game. That's not, no. They were going to lose that game regardless. He was going to miss that field goal regardless. If he would have kicked that 45, it would have went the same way. It would have creeped on over to the pole, and everybody would have been in oohs and ahs. Dak Prescott, I think he got a concussion. No doubt in my mind. But I think he just pulled the blue tint over his head and didn't say much about it. Meanwhile, Washington Redskins had a decent overall game.
Yeah.
Say neither less.
Yeah, they did.
Neither left. They had a decent over game. I mean, you got Smith out there throwing 14 to 25, 178 yards, a touchdown, and you got Peterson 24 carries for 99 yards. What can you ask for in a game? And the defense played to the caliber that they played. That's a different story. But in the same sense, I think Cowboys had a Tony Romo moment. Tony Romo was sitting up in the booth. He didn't even know what to say about that field goal. I'm gonna get off of them, but can I come on here and say before you even came out your mouth and give me a little explanation that my man's Patrick Mahomes has came out and he threw 4 touchdowns last night, 358 yards with 1 interception against the Bengals, the bad Bengals.
All down. All right. That proves to me that the Bengals defense really wasn't on. It seems like it. And you have my first event, no fear. When they end up with them, drop off. So when you have getting yard down, way behind you, doing 59 yards, and then 45 miles passing 350 yards. I mean, come on. They got the entire game. I thought this was a decent game to watch. But like I said, it's going to be the low or a close game. And that's what it was.
I've been telling you guys that. Like, what else do I got to say about the Chiefs? The Chiefs are going to end up running the AFC.
Don't get me wrong. I've been very on every week. I can control that the last day of big injury. Hopefully not enough. But in order for them to be slowed down, I can't see it happening. I really can't see it happening.
So you telling me that the Chiefs are not going to rep the AFC? You think they're going to get?
I'm in the AFC.
You said they're not?
I can't see it.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? Somebody really put something in your cup for the second day. I'm just gonna say that. More breaking news out of the NFL. Tannehill just got ruled out. He's out of the game Thursday. So they're going to be going back with one more time. But in the same sense, Marshawn Lynch is on IR. He's going to have surgery. So that's even worse information for the Raiders.
They just traded
Amari Cooper.
I don't know the Cowboys were doing their first round pick for that young man. I'm sorry. First round pick.
I wouldn't.
Get rid of him. It's been the second best like Amari Cooper. I give what you got 3 first round picks from the turn. Fantastic. But look who you traded into. You're getting late first rounders. And this draft right now doesn't look like much.
Yeah, that's true. In the same sense of saying it's a coach's error. It's not nobody else's fault. They paid this man $100 million and he ain't gonna give them nothing. He gonna give them losses. I could go coach the team for that much money and do better than that. I'm not giving my best wide receiver at the moment up. You all got nothing but Jordy Nelson and some rookies. And you got a scrub as a running back because you ain't got Lynch anymore because Lynch is out of the season. So what else do you want to do but lose in this sense? I mean, smart move. I mean, at the moment, I think it's a smart move for the Dallas Cowboys because they need all the help they can get.
Definitely.
It's a smart move.
But he get how many yards on the ground? He had 30 do better.
But I'm not going to spend too much time marking off my list. But, another thing. Jags have released Jamal Charles, the running back.
They just picked him up. I confused the name.
They just cut him.
Did Carlos Hyde have that much of an impact on the game?
But Hyde is gone to 49ers.
Well, what did they just trade? No.
I don't know, but I just know that was ignorant.
I feel like the Jaguars made a trade for Carlos Hyde.
Oh, it might have happened. It might have went under the radar and I didn't see it, but I know what I saw, and they just cut Charles. I was like, whoa. You gonna cut Charles and you ain't getting no Green Bay, where you at? Get in the bucket.
You don't want me to
I don't get where the heck was the Green Bay Packers when Amari Cooper was getting traded to the Cowboys. Where you at? That was smart to get Amari. Imagine Amari Cooper and Aaron Rodgers matching with each other, and you already got Adams and Cobbs and Graham. That it's hard to cover that.
And you add Jamal Charles. Hypothetically.
What did they go do?
Really, the offense veterans, but
Now that makes me upset that I gotta sit here and talk about that like that. And Green Bay, I'm a Packers fan, and I feel that they just disrespected everybody by letting these two options go. I don't know what's wrong or what was too much money involved or they ain't got cap space or what's going on, but they need to get it together. But meanwhile, Le'Veon Bell is not reporting for another week after he promised the Steelers that he will make a return. He's not coming back. The trade deadline is coming up. He's going to end up coming where he has to be forced to do whatever because he ain't making no moves. I think it's stupid. And he's really bumming that he's really killing the team right now because just let us know, not let me know, but just let them know you're not going to make a return. You keep on coming back and back and back. Another topic for tonight. I got a couple more to talk about. Jerry Jones is running away from the cameras now. He used to be camera happy. He used to be in front of the lights all the time.
Love it.
But he's running. He's running from the cameras.
Every Cowboys fan right now, they should be ashamed of all the Cowboys this season. I can trust, right? I'm this is a bad. I don't deserve to walk around make this team. No, people look upset. A couple of food plans and can't do much. After that,
and it's not. It's like your team has enough weapons to do what they need to do, but your team is not getting the job done for some reason that I cannot wrap my mind around yet. And I feel disrespected. But let me not get on the Cowboys case, but the Cleveland Browns are shocking me to enough. Even though they're losing, but they're losing by field goals. Their games used to be blowouts.
that's a good thing. The Cleveland Browns came along, but
They have came along. They still got to do. They still got some winning to do, but they're making improvement.
they're not losing. I mean, not losing by much.
Not about much. So it's not that bad. I mean, You got to give it to them. They came a long way than what they were. They're getting blown out every game last year. For crying out loud. I mean, they're losing games by a field goal.
Yeah.
By dumb reasons. Now, this is the thing. Me and one of my friends had an argument today. The Lakers and Rockets game. Did you see that game? Did you see the fight that happened on the field? And on the field, on the court, Brandon Ingram got pushed by Harden. Some words were exchanged by both teams. Then Rondo and Chris Paul gets into each other's face. Rondo at first spits in Chris Paul's face. Chris Paul mushes him in the face, and then some backyard fight starts. And then Brandon Ingram decides to bring himself back into it.
Right.
But in the same sense, me and my friend talking about it's entertainment, I understand. But in the same sense, you're on a professional stage. This is not no backyard basketball.
Right.
They got the technical foul. They got the shooting foul. They got 3 other technical fouls, and they got sent up out of there. I understand. I truly understand that if somebody mush you in the face or somebody spits you in the face, you can do what you want to do. But be willing to suffer them consequences when you're on a national stage. They are watching LeBron. Not even that. You're on the same stage with LeBron at the moment, but you're other superstars. So you're like the main highlighted game of the day. In the main sense that the suspensions was Brandon Ingram got 4-game suspension. Rondo got 3 games suspended. And Chris Paul got 2. Some people say that's too lengthy. I say that's great. I say all of these suspensions they lined it up was great. I would give him more. I gave him more than that. Brandon Ingram got 4 because guess what? He jumped up in there and it won his fight. It turned in from a one-on-one to everybody throwing fists.
Right.
Like my friend was saying, well, entertainment business. I understand that. But it's not entertaining when you come out there and you're throwing fists. These are kids watching this game. You do not do that. You got to be definitely. You got to be a grown adult. Nobody fights. You're just millions of dollars. And the same thing, okay, Rondo spit in your face. Okay, bag up, give him a tech. Send him out the game. Win the game. Not even that, Rondo and Brandon Ingram. How about, you got smushed in the face of Paul George? Chris Paul. Sorry about that, Chris Paul. Let him do that. Give him a text. Send him out the game. Win the game first. Don't worry about sitting there trying to do something and you still lose the game. You done lost the game, buddy. What did you accomplish? You lost at least 3 times now. LeBron's debut is gone. And you are still acting like a child. You don't see this happen. You don't see this happen in arena football. You don't see this happen in NFL. We send you out. Get on off the field. You want to act like a big kid? Get off the field. We don't need you. You saw that on the Rough Riders. You saw that in the NFL. Something does happen, they get off the field right in there. It's no sit on the court. It's no nothing. It's off the field. You don't tolerate that. And then you got the nerve that your head coach sits on the sideline after the game press conference say, I didn't see the scuffle. You are a coach. You are the head coach. You watch your team. He talking about, well, I grabbed my clipboard. The officials are out there. This is your team. You don't do that. You don't. This is your team. It's not your defensive coordinator, not your offensive coordinator, not your shooting coach, not nobody. It's you.
Hey, right, you're the head coach. You got to be responsible. You have to be paying attention to what's going on the court at all times. You have to. It makes no sense why you're not, honestly. It really doesn't. But, I'm the player from the league. Don't like fighting, of course, but at least there's something for the rest of the season. The Lakers have had 2 early tests, the Rockets and the Blazers, which could potentially be playoff matchups. They lost both. They lost to the Rockets 124 to 115. It was a somewhat somewhat close game.
If Rondo and Brandon Ingram was there, it might could make a difference. There's 2 starters gone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
That's why you gotta be a bigger man in some subjects. I understand what happened, but you gotta let it. What goes around comes around. And guess what? When you throw a punch back, guess what? This is like I've told my friend's like, well, it happened back in the day. So you guess what? Okay, since everything happened back in the day, let it happen back in the day. And then you cannot. It's no doubt in my mind. You cannot do that in professional basketball. I don't care if Jordan did it. I don't care if Larry Bird did it. I don't care if Wilt Chamberlain did it. You can't do it today. It's different. Right. It's just like saying the NFL. Oh, we used to clothesline quarterbacks back in the day. Guess what? It's now. It's now. Do it now. You can't do it now. There's rules put in it. And then you try to say, well, it's too soft. I said, what's too soft about it? They didn't do that in the back in the day. They ain't stop the game and go Duke for Duke. They ain't Duke it out in the middle of the court. We will take it backstage after the game. This is not no Little League. This is not no Miller Park. This ain't no amusement park. This ain't nothing. This is professional. This is business. You know how much to a marketing person that nightmare has to be to go out there. I mean, Jesse's on here. He's watching. He can give me some chime in. To see a fight, I mean, we witnessed some things with the Rough Riders, but let's not speak about all that. But we didn't throw no Dukes out there in the middle of the street. I mean, in the middle of the court. We don't do that. You don't. I think all 3 of these suspensions should be more heavy.
I'm surprised they weren't. I'm really surprised that they weren't.
Like, I think Chris Paul should have got about 5 games. Everybody should have got about 8 game suspensions.
5 minimum.
And then you got LeBron out there. He's trying to help everybody, but Chris Paul's like, no. Let me get him. No. No. Neither one of you guys on this roster right here, as I recall, well, one of y'all might got a championship, but what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. You're acting like some kids. That's what's going on. Some kids. I got little cousins that act better than that.
Every game matters in the West. You can't afford to be suspended right now. In the East, this doesn't mean much to get like suspended on that.
I hope Lonzo Ball, and I'm talking about BBB, Big Baller Brand, LeVar Ball's son. And I'm really big on LeVar Ball. I love that guy to the fullest because he has 3 sons and they're all successful regardless of what the middle one did. But LeVar Ball's son, Lonzo, he's going to show off, and I hope they bench Rondo, and I hope they keep him on the bench. I think that's what's needed.
I was hoping Lonzo would start. I'm a fan of Lonzo.
I love Lonzo since he was at UCLA.
I'm preaching Lonzo, and I'm putting him on the pedestal of a possible future Magic Johnson. And I only say this is because he's with LeBron James right now. LeBron's going to help him learn the game.
Oh, definitely.
Faster, he will make him a better scorer. And then you have Rondo. Rondo's not the best shooter, but he plays great. He plays great defense. He's a great facilitator. He will go out there every night. He can give you 10 points, 10 boards, 10 assists, maybe 5 steals. You got that people lead up around you. He can. I'm telling you, Lonzo will be you. That's simple.
I hope Lonzo starts. I mean, I know he's going to start this week and start for the next couple of games. I hope he shows off enough for he can take Rondo's starting job because he's surely deserved it. Rondo's been around the league too long, and he did too much and made too much noise. But again, the tonight's game that comes down about 30 minutes from now, the Giants and the Falcons. I think y'all in Giants tonight, right? Y'all in New York, the city that never sleeps. And I've been in New York quite a few times, and I love the city. I don't love every team that's there. I go watch them if I had a chance. But like I said, this game right here comes in about 30 minutes from now. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be very, very interesting, as I think. I think it'll be a very interesting game. I'm going with, honestly, for Goode Gotcha Entertainment, being the owner, I'm going with the Giants to win the night's game.
I don't understand. There's no other
This is the only opportunity y'all got.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, at least one time in your life, you can go on Goode Gotcha Entertainment and say that I joined with you.
If we win today, we will be making the playoffs.
Oh, so you think that the Giants have you have the audacity to come up in here and say the Giants are going to make the playoffs with the record they got now? One more game and you're done.
Well, okay, you can say that. One more loss and we're done, yeah.
And who y'all play? Who y'all play for the remainder of the year?
We are notorious for starting off slow.
Yeah, y'all started off with the wheel off, the horn off, the airbags out.
That's fine.
No, ain't no fine. There's no fine. There's no fine.
We're going to keep it pushing.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
We don't look back.
Oh, my.
We're always on go. We're always in the forward. We were always in the forward.
So you think what's gonna be your status for Sunday? When Sunday 10:45 catch Goode Gotcha Entertainment. We'll be here again. But what you gonna do if y'all lose tonight?
Well, if we lose tonight, I'm gonna start my scouting.
You might well start cranking up a basketball. Get your season over.
Dude. Hey, well, we'll be a spoiler. How about that? We don't have to make the playoffs, but we're going to win the game, make it a dogfight.
Oh, my. You over here talking about the Giants having a future in the playoffs. My gosh. I can't even see it. I'm giving y'all the game tonight because the Falcons just – what are the Falcons right now? Who are they?
They have no defense.
And then we got one of our viewers, my pops, is on here. He's a Vikings fan. He's a strong Vikings fan. And – the Vikings played yesterday. If we can redo that game. That game was, I can't even remember the score to that game that happened. I don't think it was pretty at all, but I can't quite remember the score. Indeed, let me say this. I talked about the Redskins in the beginning of it. Both my parents on here watching. Seen a great job that they done. But Redskins, I did go with them yesterday. Like we said, they lost. They won the game. Excuse me. They won the game by a nice field goal. I love seeing the Cowboys crumble at the end for a field goal, a desperate one. And that was a large, like you said, large win. 52-yarder. Everything's on the line for the division. That could come down to break the division tie at the end of the year for that division. Let me talk about the Bears. The Bears game. That's another game that's come to my mind. The Bears came out through a Hail Mary. A Hail Mary at the end to try to be Aaron Rodgers, he thought, I guess. And he completed it. But to get to the 1 yard line, the one right here, and you can't put it. That's a heartbreaker to connect on it and to get to the 1 yard line. Do you know how bad that's a well-needed game because the Bears went from boom to now the bottom dog. They went to the top to the bottom in 3 weeks.
Because the Detroit Lions are coming. Detroit Killer Lions are on the way up.
Y'all hear this, right? He's still talking about the Lions. They won yesterday, right?
They beat the Dolphins. Like I told people, there's no such thing as Brocktober. Please.
No. Let's talk. If you want to talk about my division, I've been repping my Packers all day. If you can see it, I have my Packers on all day. I've been waiting because we off the bye week. And
the only sweatshirt you own is cold in Virginia right now.
Hey, but look at this. Look at this. The fact is, my uncle bought me this, and shout out to my uncle. But not even to say that, but the Green Bay Packers are coming off a bye week to meet the Rams, to meet the red hot Rams in, I think they're in St. Louis, or they're in LA now. The week Aaron Rodgers said, okay, y'all call us the underdogs, right? And let's show y'all what the underdog does. And the underdogs will come out winning, and I guarantee the Rams will have their first loss. They will. Green Bay Packers are much more well-rounded right now.
Compared to the undefeated loss.
I don't care. The Chiefs said the same thing, man.
I told you the Chiefs were going to lose to New England.
That was a good game.
But come on now. The Rams.
I'm giving my team credit where it's due. They can win. The Rams can get beat by Green Bay. Definite. It'd be an offensive showdown. I don't think the Rams defense will do much. I don't think I'm worried about his defensive line. That's the only thing. I ain't worried about secondary.
So you're telling me they won't put enough pressure on Aaron Rodgers?
I said, did I tell you time and time again, I'm worried about the defensive line. Don't get me wrong. But Green Bay was crippled before we went into the bye week. But we have a whole week to relax and get some rehab or however you need to recalibrate yourself. And I think the Green Bay Packers will give the Rams a hard time. I'm gonna say it's a great chance they could lose. But I'm thinking that in my team and my standings, I think they could pull off a win. It's not gonna be a large one. It could be like a field goal win. I don't think this game is gonna go how the Rams want it. The Rams are coming.
About my Giants, you should no longer be commenting on my Giants when I talk about my team the way I talk about
No, my team. No, your team is different. The Green Bay Packers and the Giants. Y'all, what's y'all's record?
How are we different?
What's y'all's record?
We're 1-5 right now.
Oh God, I wouldn't even talk about you. I wouldn't even have the audacity to. You should take that jersey off. That's what you should take. You should take that Knicks jersey off because I don't know when the last time they were there. I got a Carmelo jersey, but I don't even have it. I don't even wear it no more.
You're disrespectful. You are very disrespectful.
No, it's sitting at home, 2 hours away.
One of the best scorers to ever play the game, really.
I understand all that.
Blatant disrespect, my brother.
Tell me why Stephen A. didn't say nothing. Huh?
Stephen A's a fake fan.
He's not, you coming off my man Stephen A. Smith. You don't do that. That's disrespectful. You talking about Carmelo. Carmelo's washed up right now.
You know what? That's fine. He can be washed up.
And what did he do in New York? What did he do in New York?
What? He won a scoring title.
But did y'all go to anywhere for the finals?
Oh my gosh. We only had one really successful year in New York.
Yeah, one of how many he was there?
I'm talking about we were second in the East in
2012. Oh, let me check my calendar. It's 2018, brother.
Who's your team?
I'm a Clippers fan.
Oh.
At the moment, I was an old Knicks. I wasn't used to be a Knicks fan, but you know, when the Clippers were coming up at that moment, when they had when they had Chris Paul, Jordan, Griffin.
But they couldn't win a playoff series.
Hey, don't play. Your Knicks ain't getting nowhere in the last 5 years.
But you know what though? No one's gonna ever remember who lost in what round. They only remember who won the championship.
I mean, people like me gonna remember.
Because you're a fan of the Clippers.
Hey, you gotta give it where it's due.
Oh my God. Y'all are the least relevant team in California.
Right now, we ain't got nobody. I'll tell you that. We ain't got nobody. We ain't got no beginners right now. I understand. And the chance
coaches to ever coach in the NBA, Doc Rivers.
The chance that we should have went far. I'm gonna tell you the truth. We should have went far with the team that we had. When we had Jordan, Griffin, JJ Redick, what's his name, Crawford. We had a nice little lineup. We should have went to the playoffs. It was dumb coaching staff, as you say, dumb coaching staff to do that. If you had a nice coaching staff with the squad that we had for a few years, that would have been definitely a playoff run.
Yeah.
But I tell you, it was some dumb moments because guess what? Doc Rivers put his son up in the first place like he was something. Every coach does that. It's stupid.
But you know what happened though? Just like a solid team who struggles in the playoffs ever happens, they do what? They fold every season and they crumble. Okay?
Oh wow! Just like the Knicks in Madison Square Garden.
Hey, we can talk about it. That's fine. Hey, here's the thing: we're not consecutively making the playoffs and getting in the first round.
Well, at least you get in there. Y'all be on the couch watching us for a week.
But the thing is, we would never watch y'all play. Why would we watch another bad team play? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, so you calling us bad, but y'all even worse than we are.
We will see those faces in the higher, with a better record this year. How about that?
We'll see, definitely. And I'll be talking to you more about this, definitely.
We play y'all soon. Yeah, we play y'all pretty soon.
I'll definitely bring that on my podcast on Sunday at 10:45.
Tim Hardaway Jr. You'll remember that name. I can guarantee that.
The fact that you got me on here talking about this team, it's just blasphemous that you made this statement. That you over here, could you come on here with the Knicks jersey like y'all won something? You ain't won nothing but a lollipop. You ain't even won a ring.
What did y'all want?
We ain't won none either. But we got a curse on us, brother. We got a curse on us.
I don't even remember the last time really relevant in the West. Who was besides Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, that team, when have y'all ever been relevant?
It's been some relevantness. I had to look at it though. I had to look forward though. I had to do some research on it. I don't know the depth history of the Clippers, but I'm gonna let you know by next podcast. I'll definitely have you to know. Wait, did somebody just say the Knicks over the Warriors in 4? They have lost their mind. Now, y'all just lost y'all's mind and say that?
I love it.
Brett, what are you doing?
My boy Brett.
When you coming in my podcast? I know you're a viewer, and I love all viewers, but you got the audacity, Brett, to come up in here and tell me the Knicks are going to go the Knicks over the Warriors in 4 games? Now you lost your mind.
Hey, this is a baseball New York fan. I respect it.
I don't respect them. I don't respect them.
Oh my goodness.
No, not at all.
I can't believe that.
That's disrespectful to me and my podcast and Goode Gotcha Entertainment.
I can say one thing we would beat y'all for.
You think you can beat us 4 times? Now you lost your mind?
I know so.
Oh, you know so now. Just like the Giants are going to Super Bowl, right?
I never said that one.
So the Giants going to Giants going to Super Bowl, and then you got the Yankees who are going to go to the World Series this year, even though we know who's set in the World Series.
It would be a tough road for the Yankees in the American League because 12 teams had 100 plus wins. This year, the American League was extreme. So I didn't see the Sox make it, but the team that made it out of the American League, they deserve it realistically.
Yeah, truly, I'm a Yankees fan. I've been a Yankees fan since I was God knows 5, and I think they should be on made that game. I mean, 8 to the World Series. There's nobody in the World Series. I mean, nobody in this bracket that was there that could say. I mean, but baseball World Series is just like the NFL and playoffs. Anything's bound to happen.
Right.
I mean, some of the little crappy teams become the Giants. I mean, not like the Giants like you guys. The Giants of the game. The Giants of the game, brother. Not the Giants like, no, get your head out the gutter. Because your team sure is in the gutter. I need to clean some gutters out. No. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. Michael Vick's at the game, so they might show off tonight. The bad man Michael Vick is at the game tonight. My God, that's a mean machine.
Michael Vick being a great overall player, having a great career in the NFL.
I know he would have had a great career if he didn't do it. I mean, he didn't get in the stuff that he got in.
Definitely one of the best quarterbacks I've seen.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I think if he had a long-term career, he'd still considered one of the greats in my eyes. But for whatever reason, whatever happened, I mean, nobody can stop that man. He's the only quarterback that can say go in the game, the first play, try a Hail Mary. I mean, what else do you do?
The quarterback position.
Well, I'm going to conclude this podcast because I glanced over at my TV and the game is on right now. So, again, thank you for joining Goode Gotcha Entertainment. Not only remember that I'm live on YouTube, so if you want to go get that and check that out, or subscribe to Goode Gotcha Entertainment on YouTube and check my actual Facebook page out for Goode Gotcha Entertainment, please do. But I'll be on personally at Wednesday around 2 o'clock, giving you some motivation as I did today. And it'll always be good motivation because today was my first take with the Goode Gotcha motivation. And people need that Monday, Wednesdays. Catch me at 2 o'clock. During that time, I'll give you all the motivation you need and what answers you need to your questions and then go out through your week. But as I was saying, the game is on live. Check it out. ESPN, Monday Night Football. But thank you again for joining Goode Gotcha Entertainment. And Cam, thank you for coming in again and giving some of that good insight. As always, you'll see me and him at 10:45 Sunday. Check me out, Facebook Live and YouTube. But for now, you'll see me later at 10:45. Peace.
Peace.
Wednesday around 2 o'clock, giving some motivation as I did today. First take with the Goode Gotcha.